Welcome everyone to the game between Yagiz Kaan Erdogmus, the youngster from Turkey, taking on Maxime Vachier Lagrave. They are playing in Monaco in December 2025. This is a six-game classical match that was held. It's supported by Evren, the sponsor of this event, and also the sponsor of Yagiz Kaan Erdogmus. The match is currently tied at 2-2 with four draws in a row, and we are now in the fifth game. And as we have two young kids who make the opening moves, it's funny because Yaz is just 14 years old himself, and he is like a youngster, a young kid. But right now, his rating is 2658. He's playing one of the best in the world, former World Blitz champion Maxime Vachier Lagrave, e4, e5, and knight comes out to f3. Knight to c6, and now bishop to b5. The Ruy Lopez a6 is played, and he goes for the exchange variation in the Ruy Lopez, which is supposed to be quite sedate. Castles here. Black has many ways to play. f6 is one of them. Bishop g4 is another. He goes queen f6. Not only defending the pawn, but getting the queen to an interesting square here. Pawn takes pawn. Both the players blitzing out their moves. They are well prepared. Bishop to g5 played by Yaz. And now queen to d6. Well, generally such systems don't work against players like MVL. They are so well prepared. They have such great understanding of the position as well. Bishop e7, and he goes back bishop e3. So black has the bishop pair. White a slightly better pawn structure. Knight comes out to h6, maybe with the idea of knight g4. So queen d2 played. If you go knight g4 now, I have bishop f4, hitting the queen and defending my h2 square. c5 played to kick the knight away, and the queens are staring opposite each other. Knight comes back to e2, and he takes the queen. And queen takes queen. You want to take it back with the knight to bring one more piece into the game. The position looks very even right now. It's a question between whether black's bishop pair are stronger or white's slightly better structured. You want to also give up another bishop to ruin his structure. Yaz decides against it. He plays pawn to h3, stopping knight g4. Maybe he wants to go f4. Okay, long castle here by MVL, getting the rook on the open file, putting pressure here. And now Yaz goes knight to f4, attacking the bishop here. A good idea now is bg5, but he plays bishop to f6. And this is not a great move by MVL because it gives Yaz the chance to take here on e6. Oh, he goes c3 now, but just look at this. Bishop g5, knight e6, bishop e3, d2 is hanging. If you take on d8, I have bishop d2 already with a better position. But he doesn't do all of that. He goes rook e8 and gives up his bishop. And Yaz is like, thank you, Maxime, because now not only do I have a better structure, you don't have the bishop pair anymore. Well, that's a very, very dubious choice by Maxime. Now, rook a e1. Such play would be fine against anyone else, but against a player like Yaz, this is dangerous. He is amazing. g4 played. He takes his time. He's down on the clock. He has 24 minutes. g5 played in order to stop white's advance, but Yaz goes anyway. f4. Pawn takes pawn. You have to take with the bishop because if rook takes, there's bishop g5. So bishop takes f4. And now knight has to go back to g8. There are weaknesses here. f7 is weak. h7 is weak. Knight comes up to f3. And this is actually excellent positional play. Pawn to f6 played. Can we go e5 next? And he plays it. Pawn to e5 by Yaz. And Maxime goes c4. Now the thing is, you get rid of these two weaknesses. Black's f pawn is weak, white's e pawn is weak. But on the other hand, by the way, this is a beautiful move. Beautiful move. On the other hand, you have a majority now on the king side. Fe taken, and just rook takes e5. He takes, rook takes on e5. And now rook takes e5 makes a lot of sense. And you take knight takes e5. If white can slowly start pushing his king side pawns before black starts to create play on the queen side, that would be nice. And Yaz does not spend any time in getting his pawns rolling. Bishop to c5, the bishop comes on an excellent diagonal. There's a threat of giving a check here, but right now the bishop controls that square. h4, knight comes in as well. He would love to play knight f5, and you can see MVL trying to push Yaz on the clock now. Knight to d5, attacking the bishop. The only move to keep the advantage is bishop c1, and he finds it. Excellent move. Knight e3 check. Again, plays it. Bishop takes on e3. Bishop takes e3. Attacking g5, also threatening a check. Finds a beautiful move, knight f7. And he goes rook g8. Rook d2 would have been too dangerous with the g pawn running, so he keeps the rook there. King h3. Maybe a better move was g6, hg and h6, which was, I think, winning. But king h3 played here by Yaz. He has 4 minutes on the clock. Maxime has 32. They are on move 32, which means 8 more moves to play. King comes up to d7. Maybe better was to play b4 takes and bishop d4 to get the bishop on this diagonal. But I think Maxime did not sense the dangers that are there. While Yaz continues to bring his king up the board. King g4. And king comes to e7. But now it's time to cash in. g6 played. And the point is, after takes, you go h6, threatening h7 and h8. You have to give up your bishop. Knight takes h6. Rook to d8 played, threatening to come in. But check. And now king e6. And one of the best ideas is to go to f2. Don't play rook c7, rook d2. Black has excellent counterplay. So rook f2 played. And now slowly you can bring your king to the center. The knight can come back. He goes rook d1. Black's hope is to play c5, b4 or a5, b4. Try to trade few pawns and maybe hold it out in the rook plus knight versus rook endgame. But how feasible is that? Yaz brings his knight to g4. Now 30 minutes get added here. He gets up. And rook to a1. a3 played. And isn't it incredible that this 14-year-old is actually outlasting MVL in a classical match? This is insane practice to the youngster. You know, someday when he'll play the World Cups or even the World Championship match, this will prove to be invaluable. King e4 and MVL resigns. Look at Yaz's expression. He's relieved. What a win. And he takes lead in the match with just one game to go. And he won that. Last one was drawn, so he won the match. Let's hear what the players have to say.
Yeah, after c3, I mean, I was looking for bishop g5 for like 20 minutes, and then like you play rook h8 instant. Yeah, I was just shocked. Yeah. I mean, I told you play bishop g5, knight e6, bishop e3, knight e8, bishop e3. I completely missed it. Yeah, bishop g5. I think I have to play knight f3, bishop f4, bishop f4. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely miss this idea.
See, after that, I mean, I don't know what was interesting.
No, I'm just bad. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. Thanks.
Because I didn't have my T2 my notes, but actually
Knight, what?
T2. I only had knight B3
One.
after C5.
Ah, yeah, I was also remembering some knight h queen d2, knight d2, d6, but I forget what to do after d6.
Some bishop F4.
Ah, bishop f4? I mean, okay, 7, we can go d5, d4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought knight d2 should be better. I mean,
Yeah.
for
No, 92 was interesting. I mean, yeah. Good game.